Mr. and Mrs. Elliot had always dreamed of having a child. One quiet night, their dream finally came true. As they looked down at their newborn son, Mr. Elliot smiled and said they finally had what they'd always wanted. Mrs. Elliot looked at the baby lovingly and whispered his name, Tamba. Years passed, and Mr. Elliot, now a scientist at Ivory Laboratory, spent endless nights perfecting a secret formula. One evening, he injected a tiny drop into a mouse. It grew, then shrank back to normal. He stared in awe and whispered, "It worked." But he wasn't alone. Behind the glass, a man named Mr. Bacon watched with a cold smile and muttered to himself, "Power. Real power." Later that night, rain poured as Mr. Elliot drove home, exhausted but content. But as he drove, headlights appeared behind him. Moments later, his car was struck. The night claimed his life. And then, silence. That same night, Mr. Bacon's men broke into his office and stole the serum. With the stolen formula, Mr. Bacon began his own experiment. He stood tall, proclaiming that the world would soon bow to him. When the serum entered his veins, his body began to change. Glowing, swelling, twisting, he laughed madly as power consumed him. Across town, Mrs. Elliot stood at her husband's grave whispering, "They took him, but not his dream." 19 years later, the world had fallen under Mr. Bacon's rule. In a dimly lit home, Mrs. Elliot handed her grown son a dusty briefcase. She said his father made it to protect the world. Inside were journals, blueprints, and a vial of serum. Tamba studied every line until he perfected it. He injected himself. His body trembled, then steadied. A faint blue light flickered in his eyes as he whispered, "It works." A new hero was born. That night, the city shook as the monstrous Mr. Bacon roared, claiming no one could stop him. But Tamba stepped forward, glowing with blue energy. He said calmly, "It ends tonight, Bacon." Bacon laughed, mocking him. Their clash shook the streets. In the chaos, Tamba shouted that Bacon's greed had destroyed him, and with one move, injected the antidote. Bacon shrank, collapsing in defeat. Rain fell as dawn broke, and his mother's voice echoed softly, "You did it, my son."